This video is intended to provide you with an example from our journal entries and month-end close on-demand class. To see a complete list of our on-demand classes, please visit www.learndynamics.com.
When we navigate to the recurring general journals in Business Central, we'll see that there are quite a few fields there that we'll have to fill out, and we'll also find that we don't have these fields on the normal general journal. All right, let's go ahead and preview post this. And I can see I have 3 GL entries, posting date of 4/30, and I get my April salaries expense. Now let me just add in here that this is the salaries expense accrual. I want to add a little bit to that description. I can click on F8 and I can update that for all of my lines. The other thing I want to remember is that we might be reversing our salaries accrual because the next month is when the actual expense is going to hit. So if that's the case, I can actually come back to my recurring method and I can look at the reversing options. So we already know that we want variable because we want that amount to be different from month to month. And in this case, we want it to be reversing variable. So these recurring methods can look a little bit overwhelming, but when you actually break down each of the different pieces, it becomes a little bit more manageable. So I'm going to go ahead and update this to reversing variable. And let's see what that does to our journal entry in a preview posting. Now I can see I have 6 GL entry lines. I have my original 3 lines on 4/30, and then on the next day, 5/1, I have my reversal. So I can see I have that credit to 1,500 on 4/30, and I have the debit, which is the reversal, on 5/1. So by default, the system is always going to reverse this entry on the next day of the month, unless we use this reverse date calculation field here. This also can be a date formula. So if I actually want my payroll accrual to reverse 10 days after my posting date, I can fill that in, and let's do another preview posting. Now my posting date for the reversal will be May 10th instead of May 1st. So let's go ahead and post this entry. And we posted for April, so our posting date has updated to May 31st based on our recurring frequency formula, and our amount has reset to 0 because we said our recurring method was a variable method. What we're going to do is just review our entries. So again, we'll go back to General Ledger Entries, and I'm going to use the same trick I used earlier with rent. I'm going to filter on that value of payroll accrual, and I can see all of those entries.